CATV is proudly presented by Toyota.
Really disappointing. With the occasion, MCG, England, Australia, with a must-win game, you want to do yourself and your team proud with your performance, and we didn't do that. You have to give credit to Australia. I mean, they've outplayed us for however long we've been here, 100 days or something. So we didn't do ourselves justice, but I think Australia bowled fantastically well early, made it difficult for our power hitters to really go, and we were a bit sloppy in the middle period and gave a few cheap wickets away, and we struggled to recover from that, really.
What was your view of the Gary Morgan run out?
I mean, having played international cricket for 7 years, I was saying it wasn't out, so I didn't know the rules, but I think it was out, wasn't it, if you stick to the rules. So at the time I'd like to have seen more angles on it, because it was a huge decision, and I mean, losing Owen in that fashion, it was really unlucky, wasn't it? But when Ravi was given out at Adelaide, I knew that was going to be out.
Is a loss like that, is it a symptom of what's happened over the last few months, or is it something else?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a torrid tour for Team England. I mean, we came here with high hopes in the Test arena, lost 5-0, didn't really get going in a one-day series, which, if we look at it, we probably should have won, and lost 4-1, I think, and now we've lost the T20 series. So it's been a really tough tour on the cricket side of things and off the field. Like we've lost a few guys who have gone home. So yeah, I mean, I don't think many players or coaches will look back on this tour with huge fondness, but if we learn from it, come back stronger, you never know, it might help us win a World Cup in 8 weeks' time.
Is there any danger of people going to Bangladesh or some demoralised over what's happening?
No, I don't think so. I mean, there's only myself, Brez, Ruti and Stokesy, I think, who have done the whole trip. So I don't think many people will carry the scars from Australia to the Caribbean and to Bangladesh. I think a few guys are looking forward to having 2 weeks at home and seeing their own bed and refreshing and forgetting about cricket for a while, and then coming back a bit refreshed to the Caribbean, because we've got an exciting T20 side. There's no doubt about that. I think you look through the lineup. We've played some really good cricket. We've not been world class. We've not won as many games as we probably should have done, but we've averaged over 180 odd with the bat for the last sort of 14 months, I think, that's got to be above normal. So guys have got an underlying confidence in this T20 side. We just haven't done ourselves justice in these two games, and that's part and parcel of 2020 cricket and the way we play. I mean, when you're looking to get big scores, there are going to be times when you don't, and you can't let that dent you too much.
It's quite a surprise that Stokes didn't play today.
It wasn't a surprise to me because I knew the side, but he's a brilliant cricketer, and these two games has been really tough to leave him out, because I am a believer in 2020 cricket. You've got to go with guys who are on form, and you've got to go with guys who, when it's their day, and let them run. But we know the last sort of 4 or 5 years in English cricket, consistency's worked for players, and it gives them a clarity in their role. And I believe our top 7 have done the job for us in the last 18 months. But losing 2 games, you've got to reassess. And Stokes is a guy who's confident, he's in form, he offers you that strong fifth bowling option. And he will play a part in the winter at some stage, I'm sure. Whether it's Sunday, I'm not sure. I don't want to make emotional decisions. I'll have to have a good think.
Will there be a desire, you think, to make a couple of changes? Because will there be a desire to make changes later, you think?
I've never been a great believer in changing for change's sake. But a cricketer like Stokes, he doesn't just bring skill with bat, ball, and in the field. He's a fighter, and I think you need character in your side. And he's a fantastic cricketer. But there's no. I didn't have a great rush just to shove him in the side because he's had a good 2 months. Because he's He's not played a lot of 2020 cricket for Durham or for England, but he's shown his skill on the international stage, and he's a strong contender to come in on Sunday.
But just in terms of the whole team, obviously a dead rubber, is there sort of a, well, we can throw a few other guys out maybe to see how they go?
We haven't got many left on this trip. No, I mean, as I say, I'm quite consistent with. Try to be quite consistent with roles, and that normally gives you clarity. So there won't be much panic, especially leading into what's going to be a big 6 weeks coming up for us.